Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast, the Ion podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core. It is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
That's right, kids. Today we'll be talking about the greatest Green Lantern of all time, Kyle Rayner, as we talk the first 6 issues of Ion. Because I, of course, love Kyle Rayner.
That needs to be a drop.
I know. Got one of those up. All right, so, well, and then I believe next week I should be able to give you some little tidbits on Night Terror's Green Lantern.
Well, that's good because I finally got to read number 2.
Oh yes, tell us your thoughts, and if you want to throw out that rumor, go ahead. Because I mean,
Oh, well, and I don't know. I think I may have heard this on one of the other amazing, awesome, Green Lantern podcasts. But
again, not possibly not. I mean, is a spoiler? I don't know because again, it's a rumor. We don't know whether one
it's a
way
rumor, yeah. But I think someone suggested that maybe Kilowog isn't really there, and he's just a figment of Hal's imagination because of he's either dead or missing or something. I don't know.
or Hal's just
You know,
like
Yeah, but I think the book is. I really like the book,
Mhm.
but I'm annoyed that Night Terrors is going to throw a monkey wrench into getting us answers because
Yes.
there's a lot of things that we'd like to have answered, right?
Yeah. Because I was gonna say we would have had to wait like a couple months longer, but I know, like the reboot of Flash and Wonder Woman, they're waiting until after Night Terrors, so they're starting in September.
At least of course, they actually had ongoing books within the last year or so, know.
Yeah, it's the. Did you want it starting later, or do you want the interruption? But yes, I have read the first couple Night Terrors came out this week. I mean, it all starts in the Night Terror's First Blood #1.
Okay.
Was who? So of course, yes, you see who's big and prominent on the cover there. The Trinity.
Have your kind of a big thing.
Have your Supermans, have your Wonder Womans, have your
Batman, my favorite character.
And I see Harley there, of course.
Harley, yeah. Well, in the beginning, we see a mysterious figure attack and seemingly kill Dr. Destiny. All right, well, spoilers here, kids. And so, the Trinity gets involved, and it seems there's a new villain called Insomnia,
okay,
who is looking for something called a nightmare. Was it a nightmare crystal or something? And supposedly, this thing is hidden in the nightmares of one of the heroes of the DC universe. So this is why we're going to do the whole world tour of everyone's nightmares. So,
okay,
yes. And so besides that, this week we got Night Terror's Batman #1. Well, Night Terror's Batman #1.
Batman, my favorite character.
They went hard on the Batman this week. Poison Ivy #1.
Okay.
It seems like her and Harley are living in domestic bliss in suburbia, but it's not all.
But it certainly doesn't look that way.
Yes. And they did a Ravager #1, where basically she's being hunted by a murder man. I wonder who that could be. Daddy. And then Night Terrors the Joker #1, where the Joker faces his biggest nightmare of all. holding down a regular job.
Yeah.
That one's weird because he seems like in the dream he kills Batman, but then he's like all bored and stuff. So basically getting through the day watching Real Housewives of Metropolis. So then he goes to work for Wayne Enterprises, but then all of a sudden it seems like there's reports of Batman, out there again. So yeah, it's kind of trippy, but. So basically the whole premise is, yes, this new villain is cruising through everyone's nightmares looking for this nightmare crystal. So, Dead Man's in there too. So, if you're a fan of Dead Man,
Gotcha.
because the new villain saw me, he's like, "Come on, Dead Man, join me. Come on."
I don't know. He's dead to me.
Mm,
Sorry.
jeez, I know we're starting that early. All right.
All right.
So again, I don't know if we're going to get a lot of plot movement on how the Hal Jordan end, besides cruising through his nightmares. But
Wasn't there another big crossover that was coming out or has already come out that Mark Waid was writing about Lazarus Planet? Was that what it was? Or
Lazarus Planet, yeah.
did that come out? I don't know.
Yeah, that's been out. Yeah. There was
Okay.
basically volcanic eruptions, just like spewing Lazarus pit water all over the planet, and people either getting powers or having their powers altered and stuff. Like Power Girl had some like psychic powers for a while. I think those are pretty much faded. But yeah, it was a whole thing. They had a bunch of one shots, and
Okay. I missed that.
it kind of spun out of
Batman, my favorite character.
versus Robin. So yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Speaking of Batman's number one fan, yes, congratulations to Ray and his partner. Yes, they had their second child. Just like
That's right.
got a message right before I went to bed last night. Yeah. So yes, now they have one of each.
It's a set.
That's right. So yes, a boy and a girl. Congratulations.
Yep. Congrats.
Congrats, Batman superfan.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we covered Night Terrors. I don't think there's any other big Green Lantern news.
No.
Oh, the new animated series. It's starting. My Adventures with Superman. It's I guess tomorrow night at midnight. It's like, I guess it'll air on Adult Swim like every Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever you want to call it, at midnight, and then the next day it'll be on Max.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I saw some good reviews, so hopefully it'll be good.
Cool.
Luke and I read the story yesterday about a bunch of old 90s comics. I had to text Lilith and get her to talk me off the cliff. I'm like, man, I still really, I don't have time or the room, but I'm like, I really want to do that Electric Mullet podcast.
I mean, that kind of just sums up, the 90s, doesn't it?
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget yet, but it just reminded me how much I love like the 90s Superman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially I got a bunch of like Reign of the Supermen stuff, and with our old buddy Cyborg Superman.
Man, I don't know. He's just, now he doesn't belong to Superman anymore. He belongs to the Green Lantern books. He's ours now.
Well, in the time we're doing, but yeah, I mean, I think I saw an ad, and I think in one of the it might be Action Comics, in one of the Superman books, it looks like Cyborg Superman's involved, or at least his image in one of the Night Terrors issues.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny in the Night Terrors Batman, because like Insomnia comes with Batman, with like, of course, the death of the parents and stuff, and later on with Catwoman, but it's like, so he comes at it with the parents of Bat, so he looks like it looks like kid Bruce Wayne, but he's still like fighting like Batman. He's like, you can't stop me with this.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
I'm mini Batman. All right. Well, should we jump in? Because we do have 6 issues, so.
Yep, you bet. Let's get going.
All right. So, all right. Ion #1 from June 2006. That first cover might be my favorite. At
It
least
is
I
pretty
think so.
good.
Yeah. Torchbearer Part 1. Writer. Hold on. Writer, friend of the show. We talked to him at least twice.
This is Ron
Yep.
Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Penciler Greg Talkini, inker Jay Liston, colorist Jeremy Cox, letterer Rob Lee, and editors Jeannie Schaefer, Ivan Cohen, and Eddie Berganza. Green Lanterns Torquemada and Garmin Vid arrive at the planet of Quinilon in Sector 3521. They find a massive field of debris orbiting the planet and Ion floating in the middle of it. They question him about the carnage, but Ion begins acting strange. He cannot explain why he is even there. As his agitation grows, Ion begins acting irrationally. The other Green Lanterns attempt to calm him down, but he releases a brilliant flare of green light, blasting them backwards. Later, back on Earth, Kyle Rayner awakens inside of a rented cabin at an artist colony in Catterskill's Notch. He talks with one of the elder artists, Scott Schuyler, and meets an elective mute named Marissa Rochelle. He tries to ingratiate himself with Marissa, but she coolly dismisses him. As time passes, Cal tries to lose himself in his artwork. However, his solitude is interrupted by the arrival of a female Thanagarian bounty hunter out for Cal's head. As she brandishes her energy mace, Cal changes into Ion. Meanwhile, something attacks the Green Lantern Citadel on Oa because it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday. All right, thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty good issue. I mean, we're post 1 year later, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, because we have to be.
Yeah, because we have to be.
I was like the whole thing with the artist's retreat. I was like, that's interesting. Then I was like, wait a minute, it kind of makes sense. I don't know if he probably doesn't even have an apartment on Earth,
Apartment
does he
anymore.
does
Yeah,
he?
yeah, probably not. I think it's interesting that the reason given for his power boost is connectivity to the Starheart,
Yes,
which I think that's going to get kind of,
or like the interaction between that and the
yeah,
would
I
end
think
up
that's going to get either retconned or revealed to be not the case, right? Because he's actually, Ion is inside him, right?
yeah.
Spoilers.
Either they hadn't thought of that yet, or we're keeping that a secret. But yeah, I really do like that cover, man. You really look at it, you see like all the like figures in the background there of like Hal and Jade and Alan Scott, John, Guy Gardner. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with this artist before this.
Yeah, but it's really, the art's really nice.
It is nice. It's like again, it's different than like Daryl Banks and stuff, but it is it's so good. And again, it's kind of like when we see Kyle on Earth and we see Ion in space, it's like, are we doing a time jump or what's going on?
What the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Spoilers. I know what's going on, but I'm not going to tell you yet.
Not yet. And of course, the Guardians being mysterious.
Of course, because apparently that's what they do.
You have to see if he's ready to do something. But we're not going to tell you what.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, basically the issue ends in the middle of this fight with the Thanagarian bounty hunter.
Yep.
But I do
yeah,
like.
I mean,
good.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I just like throughout this arc where just Kilowog basically telling everyone, or even the Guardians saying too, like Ganthan and stuff. It's like, yeah, and he kept this whole thing going. We at least owe Kyle Rayner to find out what's going on.
Exactly, and then Kilowog was like, Okay, I can't go. They ordered me not to. Yo, Hal, buddy. We'll get to that.
Who could I get to break the rules?
I don't know. No Green Lantern would ever break the rules, right?
Who can I get to just ignore the Guardians?
I think so, Hal Jordan.
That would probably be the one that I would choose.
Oh, this issue received a second printing with pencil art by Ivan Reyes on June 1st, 2006.
Okay, interesting.
So it must have sold well because, yeah, it got a second printing. Although at this point, I think all the Green Lantern stuff was selling good.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
it was ramping up, you know.
You would figure that the main series at least has to be doing some pretty stellar numbers if we're getting, you know, like a Green Lantern Corps book. We're doing an Ion 12-issue thing, and then we're.
I'd be really curious about how far out in advance, you know, Blackest Night and Sinestro Corps War were planned out. You know, and all the mini arcs in between, because I think right after Sinestro Corps we jumped directly into Secret Origin, which is like a 6-month pause on everything that's going on, and then boom, we're jumping into Rage of the, you know, Red Lanterns, and then Orange, and then we get Blue Lanterns and more Sinestro. You know, we get all that stuff. So
I don't know if they knew. I don't know if they knew about Final Night yet, but I guarantee you they probably knew about. They knew Sinestro Corps War at this point.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, because I don't think we're even that far out from it. So yeah,
less than a year out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to get to the next one?
Let's hop to the next one.
All right. Ion number 2, July 2006. Torchbearer Part 2. Looks like the same team. On Oa, Sornik Natu, here we go, rushes to the aid of injured Green Lantern. Garmin Vid Torquemada consults with Kilowog during the attack and informs him that Kyle Rayner was responsible for the destruction. Should have been like, he's not that a-hole Hal Jordan. What are you talking about? Kilowog grows worried that yet another Green Lantern may have gone rogue. The Guardians of the Universe leave their temple to survey the damage. Ion is nowhere to be found. They tell the present Green Lantern members that Kyle Rayner is not to be sought out or aided in any way. Apathy, the strongest weapon in the Guardians' arsenal.
That's right. Do nothing. It'll work out.
Even if they're about to enter the central power battery and blow it all up, don't bother them.
That's right. That is right.
On Earth, the Thanagarian bounty hunter Tara Karn presses her attack against Kyle Rayner. Kyle has no idea why a bounty has been posted on his head. After beating Tara around, he interrogates her and learns that Kyle was wanted for the massive devastation in the Quinlian system. Kyle has no idea what she is talking about. He grows more and more angry and begins thrashing Kara about, disabling her nth metal wings in the process. He then flies off towards Sector 3521 to survey the damage himself. The sea of debris comes as a great shock to him, and he flies further into deep space in a rage. Ion arrives on the planet Aliat in Sector 3503. An awesome rage continues to consume him, and he falls deeper and deeper into despair. After wreaking more havoc, Kyle flies off towards the planet Mogo.
Wait a minute. He did go to visit the scene of the massacre, but I don't think the other one was him, right? We're led.
Yeah, I
believe it was him, right?
It's kind of hard. I mean, even after the big reveal, kids, there is an imposter. So it's still kind of hard knowing it, where it's like, okay, which one is really him, and which, rage and stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking this is the imposter.
Yep, exactly.
Someone with deep mental issues.
I don't wonder who that could be.
I was looking at the notes here. Yes, and of course, the reference to a Green Lantern going insane is a reference to Hal Jordan.
I I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
Boy, they even after Rebirth, they won't let him live that down, will they?
No, I mean the whole Revenge of the Green Lanterns was, stay out of our way.
Which I would get, you'd be angry if you were locked up for years, but I'm just like,
But it wasn't him.
no
It
one
was
gives
he
him the
was
benefit of the doubt that there was an angry, like, fear monster in it,
possessing him.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And ultimately, he beat it. So come on.
Yeah, after how many years?
Well, that's true. About 10. Not that I'm counting.
Yeah, that was but that was like real time. So that was what, like 6 months in the DC universe?
I don't know, 3 weeks. I don't know. Well, it could have been like 1,000 years with all the reboots. Who knows?
I mean, we were getting a ton of reboots then, but yeah, now,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the Guardians are plotting, and
They know stuff that they're not sharing. Yeah, that's so weird. They never do that.
yes.
Never.
All right. Anything else, or should we get to the next one?
Let's go ahead and get to the next one.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll get some of these or all these out of the way, and we can discuss it as a whole. Which it kind of worked out. I just split this 12 issues in half, but I think the first arc is the first 6 issues.
Yeah, I mean it worked. I thought it worked out really well.
Yeah. All right, Ion number 3, August 2006. Torchbearer Part 3, same team. Hold on. Are you kidding me? This one doesn't have a synopsis? Come on.
Come on, man. Come on.
Come on, man. All right. Hold on. Let me look through this here. Scrolling through number 2 here. I love how it says he goes to Mogo. It's pretty much he falls to Mogo.
Exactly. Yeah, or Mogo comes to him potentially.
Okay, so issue 3 opens up with Kilowog making a secret call to someone.
Wonder who that could be.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
And Salak's like, "What are you doing?"
And he says, "If you would have made the call, I would have made the call."
Yes. Let's see.
Salak's all about the rules until he's not all about the rules, right?
Exactly. Then we see Cal. Well, is that Cal? Yeah, I mean, you would think it's Cal. Yeah, it's got to be Cal because he wakes up to an image of Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I think we've gotten more with Alex after her death than before her death.
Yeah, because she wasn't around for that long, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, he pretty much gets the ring at the pretty much the last page or 2 of issue 50. She dies in 54. So yeah. But I do like that. Ron Mars basically makes through the characters makes the comment. Was it the first issue or Cal's basically like, yeah, pretty much everyone, every woman I've been with is like, got this ring has died. One came back, but pretty much every one of them died.
Spoilers, 2 of them actually come back, but
Well, yeah, Jade'll be back too, but yeah, but at this point, Dawn is the only one who's died and come back.
Yeah. When does Jade come back? Is that New 52 or is that?
No, it's before that. I'm trying to remember when that is. I can't remember.
All right, we can look it up.
Yeah, because I do remember the last JLA, the last Justice League team before New 52. She's on it because it's basically like, the Dick Grayson Batman, and it's like besides like him and like the Blue Star Man and Kong Gorilla, it's like everyone else is like, it's like the female versions. It's like Supergirl, Donna Troy, Jesse Quick, Jade's on there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, well, it's like all the girlfriends appear, but only as illusions. But yeah, so what did you think of his little walkthrough with talking to all the you say all the dead girlfriends? But I mean, Dawn is alive, right? But it's like
Yeah.
when he sees Dawn, he's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" It's like I figure she's an illusion because the other ones are too, and I think you know where you're at.
Yeah. What do they call that place? The Grove on Mogo?
Yeah, I think I think it's the Grove. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I just looked it up. You know when Jade comes back
When?
after
Oh, is it Brightest Day?
Is it Blackest? I know it says in Blackest Night a ring resurrects her. It's like one of those zombies. But
'Cause weren't there a bunch of people brought back specifically for
yeah.
reasons in Brightest Day?
So yeah, she might be Jade is later resurrected and restored to her full living self, along with 7 other former Black Lanterns by the entity.
Ah, so it was bright. So it's Brightest Day. All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Just a merry-go-round. Anytime a character gets killed anymore, in like the big two, Marvel or DC, I mean, is it even a shock anymore? Is it just like, oh yeah, they'll be back?
Yeah,
Could be 2 weeks, could be 2 years, but they'll be back.
exactly. Or 10 years. Who knows?
It's like they just killed off Miss Marvel and the Amazing Spider-Man, like an issue, like 2 issues back. It's like, yeah, she'll be back. Especially as she can be in a movie in November. Yeah, she'll be back.
Yeah, and that's at 4 months now. 4 months now. Yeah.
I just like to point out the crimes of Mr. Zeb Wells. So yeah, this era is interesting because we basically the Corps basically gets Mogo as like their
Therapist.
yes. Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, and then lots of stuff happens to Mogo in the coming years.
Mm-hmm. And we also get the not only the dead girlfriends, but we get a encounter with Major Four. An image of Major.
Yeah.
Four. Oh, that's funny. Did you see they put it's not green, but they put a Green Lantern logo on Major Force's chest.
Yes, I noticed that. I did notice that.
Mm.
Now, the last we saw of Major Force, he had been decapitated, still alive though.
Yeah.
And was floating out of the solar system.
His head, anyway, yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know he comes back eventually, but I can't remember if it's before New 52 or not. But that's another thing I didn't like about New 52. I'm like, I know all this history, and all of a sudden that history is just like
doesn't matter. It's gone.
Yeah. and no one really knew the history because it's like it's basically like, oh yeah, the DC universe, we're 5 years into it. Don't worry about what happened in the first 5 years.
Yeah.
The heck? I'm just looking at some stuff. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Just looking at some Jade stuff. That's another one who Origin kind of got really kind of put through the ringer after Crisis.
Yeah. Not so much her brother, but her in particular because of all of the retconning. I mean, of course, all of Infinity Inc. is kind of, they were supposed to be the next generation, of the Golden Age heroes
Mm-hmm.
when they debuted in the late 70s?
I think so. Yeah.
Which would make kind of sense because, then the heroes of World War II would be what in their, at the earliest their 50s, maybe in their 60s. Having kids when they were younger than that. So now the timeline just doesn't work.
Yeah, it was
Right?
because it was so weird. Because after Crisis, yeah, they were they were World War II. They were on the same Earth just for World War II. But then they did the whole thing where they threw him in the limbo and stuff. And it's like, why
Yeah.
did you save him if you're just going to throw him in the limbo? But then they brought him back. And just,
And then, yeah, I don't know.
Then you have to come up with, why are they young? The Speed Force. The Starheart.
Yeah. That's it. Everybody else? Nope.
I mean, that's pretty much what they did in Zero Hour. Pretty much killed all everybody else.
Yeah. Yep, they sure did.
Oh yeah, and then Hal shows up in the issue 3, talking to that woman. Was it from 3503? Who was like, I want revenge on Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
I love it's Hal. It's like, yeah. This might not all be what it appears to be.
Yeah. Cut him some slack, okay?
Mhm. All right. You want to get to issue 4 because
Let's do it.
both our boys are on the cover. All right. Ion number 4, September 2006, same team. And once again, you don't give me a synopsis. So, freaking. All right. So, yeah, at the end of 3, Cal kind of like takes that ring off. And then,
Yeah. Kind of accepts his new Ion status quo, I guess.
which I would just assume that's like an artist mistake or whatever. But it's like, did you see the ring he took off? It's the one with the symbol in the circle. I'm like,
Yeah.
that wasn't the
Not
ring he had before.
Yeah, not his classic ring.
No,
Yep.
not the one he tweaked.
Yeah, he tweaked it.
You'll never run out of power.
Yeah, that's never been mentioned again, has it?
I don't think. And again, just after all the Ion stuff and all the Sinestro Corps wars and Blackest Nights, it's like, does he even have the same ring?
Yeah, who knows? I
Oh.
mean,
Wouldn't be surprised the Guardians confiscated it.
we know for a hot minute Hal had his original ring, Abin Sur's ring, after the end of the Jeffrey Thorne run, but we don't know about anybody else really at all. Nothing.
Oh, that's true. If Kyle got his original ring back, it might be back to like what it was when he first got the ring and not all those upgrades.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who knows?
And where is Albin Sur's ring right now? Who knows? Jeffrey Thorne, where's that ring at? Jeremy Adams, where's that ring at?
We need to. Inquiring minds want to know.
Because he's a continuity freak,
Yeah.
I mean, friend of the show, Jeremy Adams.
This is Jeremy Adams, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
And he's in good company because so are we.
That's right. So yeah, 4 opens up with basically Cal in the middle of this battle with the was it the Kuns?
Yeah.
But then Hal shows up and tells him, "Stop it." And then, of course, you get the Guardians. Of course, they're like, the prodigal has found him. He involves himself, despite our directive that there be no interference in this matter. It was to be
expected. Exactly. Is it really rebelling if they expect you to do it? Wouldn't real rebellion to be to not rebel? Now I'm getting 3-dimensional chess, right?
He has been the greatest of those who serve us, as well as the instrument of our demise. But yeah, then they say how the Torchbearer is ignorant of it, or remains ignorant of his purpose in the plan. Of course, it's Ganthet to argue, and it's like, we should tell him.
There's a scene coming up. This is 4, right? There's a scene coming up in 6 where one of the Guardians looks really kind of guilty. I don't know if that was the artist's intent, but I'm like, whoa, something's going on, and I haven't read the rest of this yet, so I don't know what's going on yet.
Oh, here we go. We're laying the seeds here because Hal's like, Kyle, explain yourself, and Ion, quote unquote, Ion's like, do I know you? He's like, it's me, Hal Jordan, and he's like, you're a Green Lantern? Of course I am. So are you. He tells him he wants to help. That's why he's there. And then, of course, they're talking in this green cube. But then
this was actually, then he explodes.
Yeah,
And
so you're not going to take me.
Yeah. And, I have more power. And then Hal's response is, yeah, well, I have more willpower.
You can't fix me. Now the app's going to be slow. Right, they get into this big battle, and
Mm-hmm.
and then of course, Hal asks his ring, analyze Green Lantern Kyle Rayner, also known as Ion, detect any mental or physical aberrations compared against current records. And of course, that ring spits back. It says, unable to comply. Green Lantern Kyle Rayner's whereabouts currently unknown. Present subject identified as, that's right, kids, Alex Nero. Meanwhile, on Mogo, we see the real Kyle Rayner explode out of a green egg.
He's over easy. Sorry.
Oh! Says, okay, now things get interesting, and zooms off. So just when we thought we saw the last of Alex Nero, he's back.
He's back.
And I bet you this time he's not going to be like, well, have we tried killing him yet?
Yeah. I actually like the battle between him and Hal. I thought that was pretty well done.
Yeah. I'm like, shouldn't I don't know. I guess I was like, shouldn't that ring have like clued Hal in sooner? But I guess it's a thing of, well, you didn't ask.
Yeah, exactly. You got to ask.
But yeah, I mean, again, Ron Mars did paint it pretty good here, where it's just like, oh yeah, is he like unhinged? Is Kyle off the deep end? It's like, no, because it's not Kyle.
It's someone that is unhinged and off the deep end. It's Nero.
I get.
But there's some really good things coming up in 5 and 6 around. Okay, he couldn't have done this on his own, right?
Yeah. No, he's unhinged. I mean, unless the power fell into his lap. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What character do you like better, Alex Nero or Effigy?
I think I like Effigy better.
Yeah.
Because the Nero story where he was introduced, I just don't think was done very well.
And I think Effigy's done better as like a dark mirror for Cal. I mean, basically,
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Alex Nero's too close to like a Joker. It's like, oh yeah, here he is literally an asylum patient. Oh yeah, hey, and we give him a ring. He has a ring too. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, I never thought that worked really well. So, but I mean, I think he's used in this story to good effect.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the slow reveal of what's going on, because you're really made to doubt. Well, is this Kyle? Is this not Kyle? Wait, he just straight up murderated a bunch of people. How is that? Okay, this can't be Kyle, but wait, hang on. Is he possessed? What's going on here?
Exactly. But yeah, 5 opens up with that Thanagorian bounty hunter finds Kyle's the lady Kyle was trying to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But then I love in space, Hal's ring is just like basically trying to fill him in on Nero. He's like, ring enough.
Calm down. I get it. I get it.
It's like given yellow power ring by the Cordian weaponers. And like Hal's like, yeah, I've been here before.
Yeah. This ain't my first rodeo.
But yeah, Nero screaming, I never asked for this. Why did they do this to me? Why couldn't they just leave me alone? They came and took me and did things to me. Turned me into this. Why did that happen? As he looks like Kyle again. So yeah, Hal's trying to wrap him up. That's when Kyle, the real Kyle, shows up and says, and he goes, sorry, Hal, he's one of mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
One of mine.
that's a good splash page of Kyle showing up, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it is a good splash page. I'm still. They've tweaked the outfit some, the costume.
Yeah, it's not the Judd Winnick
It's
one.
better. Yeah, but it's not. It's still not.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but at least it doesn't have all those like straps on it and stuff. And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I love how he's like, is it really you? And he's like, yeah, it's the me you took flying in a jet. And you talked me into leaving my ring on the ground. I also screamed like a little girl. That'll ring any bell.
And then Hal says you only passed out once for like 10 seconds, which is really good.
Exactly. But yeah, Hal asks him what's going on, and Kyle's like, you know about as much as I do. He's like, but thanks to Mogo, got a much better handle on the ion thing. I never let the lantern power and the Starheart power balance out, but that's taken care of now.
Thanks, Mogo.
Exactly.
Apparently, Mogo does socialize.
But yeah. I love Hal's like, so Nero and Cal, yeah, lucky me, might not be covered in tattoos or have a head the size of a Buick, but he's still crazy.
Yeah. Who could he be talking about? Tattooed Man and Hector Hammond. Sorry.
Little brain. Cal, I mean, I felt sorry for him at one point, but I'm not in a real touchy-feely mood these days. And if he needs his butt kicked, I'm first in line. So yeah, basically, like, yeah, we're gonna have to like clear this up. And I love Kilowog told me what was happening, including the Guardians forbidding any lantern from helping you. But I've got a bit of a history of ignoring their orders.
just a little bit.
Nero kind of breaks free, so they have to subdue him again. Oh, and then he comes at Kyle and he said, this is your fault. They wanted to hurt you and them, and they used me to do it. I never had any choice. They made me into you.
Pronoun trouble. Sorry.
Exactly. But yeah, Kyle's like, yeah, somehow you're connected with my blackouts, feeling somebody's picking through my brain. You've been stealing power from me, you damn leech. But yeah, he's like, it's different now, but here, you want some power? Basically, like, gives him too much.
Overloads him, yep.
Yep. So yeah, basically, you're not getting any more, just getting gibberish from Nero.
Yeah, he's pretty much gone at this point, right?
I love how Hal's like, I can poke around in his brain, and Kyle's like, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah, I know.
But Hal's like, yeah, he's like, you should go talk to the Guardians. He's like, but maybe I should leave so that, don't advertise that I kind of just disobeyed them again. He's like, even though they probably already know.
Yeah.
They do. But then they shake hands, and Hal's like, I always have your back.
Yep.
Good luck. So yeah, Kyle wraps up Nero, and They fly back. They find the Oa, and at the end we see the Guardians. He's on his way. All right. Thoughts, or should we just do the last one and then talk this whole thing out?
Let's jump into the last one and then.
Yeah. All right. I was going to say I'll look for another synopsis, but I'm not going to hold out hope. Oh, we do have one. All right. All right. Ion number 6, November 2006, Torchbearer, part 6 of 6. Ion brings the captured Alexander Nero back to Oa. Garmin Vid and Torquemada meet him outside of the Guardian Citadel. Garmin is back to full health, and nobody blames Cal for the apparent attack against the core. Aw, they forgave him, unlike Hal Jordan. Aw.
That's right. He's the golden boy.
Yeah, 1 or 2 day rampages compared to 10-year rampage.
Touche.
Cal brings Nero before the Guardians. And again, it was someone posing as Cal. It wasn't actually.
Yeah.
Cal brings Nero before the Guardians. He asks them some pointed questions, not the least of which is why the Guardians refuse to let anyone from the Corps lend him assistance. The Guardians reiterate the fact that Cal is now the Torchbearer, a position that he may not yet be ready to accept. The Guardians warn him that there is another force at work in the universe, one that the Guardians know very little about. Ion flies back to Earth to the artist colony at Catterskill's Notch. He finds the Thanagarian bounty hunter, Tara Karn, ready to kill Marissa Rochelle. Cal easily apprehends Tara and uses his ring to slingshot her starship back towards Thanagarian space.
Wait, I have to interrupt for 1 second. Literally to slingshot.
Yes.
He makes a literal slingshot and fires her into space.
Yes, this isn't a scientific term. He literally makes a slingshot. Upon entering his temporary home, he finds a mysterious stranger standing before him, declaring, "You're supposed to be dead." All right, there's your cliffhanger for this week.
So what did you think? I mean, I don't remember reading this, so
I
it's like it's
remember
all new to
reading
me.
it, but it's been forever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it. Yeah, the guard. I mean, he's literally the Torchbearer now, because like the Guardians tell him it's like, yeah, if we ever get taken down again, and let's admit it, kids, in all likelihood the core's gonna fall again. Yeah, Cal can restart everything again.
3 or 4 more times in the past 20 years.
I mean, that would be interesting. I mean, we've kind of dropped that aspect. Like Cal's pretty much just like a normal Green Lantern again, but it's like basically, every time the core does fall, because again, kids, it happens every 5 to 10 years at least. That if every time they did that, we just had Cal come in as like damage control and just be like,
let's light that sucker back up.
Like the pilot light, yeah.
I wish we could have a moratorium on the central power battery, Oa, destroyed, all rings powerless. I wish we could have a moratorium on that story for at least 2 decades. Could we just not do that for 2 decades?
And if you kind of don't want to use the Guardians, just kind of like keep them off in the backgrounds, somewhere,
Yeah.
Just show the Green Lanterns going about their business and,
Exactly.
And again, once again, they're locked in their Citadel plot and stuff. Okay, well, they'll just send you orders via the ring. Okay.
Yeah. Or Salak will.
Yes.
Is Salak still alive?
I'm pretty sure. I was going to say after that Jeffrey Thorne run, I'm trying to remember if he's alive or not, but yeah, because I was
but remember in Dark Crisis we saw
everyone, yeah,
everyone. Because I'm curious at Jessica's status in particular, because she's a Yellow Lantern now, or she was a Yellow Lantern, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
looking
know.
at Salak stuff now.
Hmm.
Oh, there's something we'll have to do one day. I never read the Green Lantern Alien crossover.
I don't know that I did either.
Oh, that might be something. That'd be brand new for both of us then. Oh,
Yeah. That was Ron Mars wrote that, didn't he?
I'm not. I don't know. I have to look that up, but because I'm just looking because it said, spoilers, kids. I guess Salak gets killed in that, but they're like that's out of continuity, so it doesn't
Oh.
count. But did they do a Green Lantern Star Trek too?
Yes, they did that. Did they do 2 of them?
Maybe. I was gonna say I never read that either. So
Yeah. I've got them on the list to read. I haven't read them yet though.
that might be. These might be ideas for 150 is coming towards the end of the year. So
That's true.
I believe that
Because
might
there's
be our last episode of the year. So
Green Lantern Planet of the Apes, Green
oh,
Lantern Star Trek,
I never read
Green Lantern
Alien.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Then there's a Green Lantern Space Ghost, I think, one shot. Did you read that one?
I didn't read that one. The only one I read was the Nightwing. What was it? Nightwing and was it McGilla Gorilla?
Wow.
But yeah, some of these crossovers. Yeah, we might have to do some of those because, like I said, I haven't read. Oh yeah, Star Trek Green Lantern is the name of 2 American comic book limited featuring a crossover characters from the Green Lantern and Star Trek franchises. The first series, Star Trek Green Lanterns: The Spectrum War, was released between July and December 2015.
Wow, that was almost 10 years ago. Almost 9 years ago. But yeah, wow.
Boy, would your head explode if Cal and Captain Kirk on the same page.
Yeah, that would be. I'm sure they'd get along really well.
The second series, Star Trek Green Lantern Stranger Worlds, was released during December 2016. It says in May. I wonder if it's between. It's saying December 2016 and May 2017. So,
Okay.
the Star Trek characters include the Enterprise crew depicted as they are in the J.J. Abrams trilogy. So,
It's the Kelvin universe.
yeah. Oh, you mean Spock's retirement home? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That they know about in Star Trek in Discovery, because they got a traveler
Oh
from
yeah.
that universe. Yeah,
Don't go
so
there.
it's in continuity. It's even though it's a different continuity, it's still in this continuity. So there you go.
Be funny if that was the mirror universe. Oh yeah, and then Green Lantern vs. Aliens. 4 issues, but from DC and Dark Horse, September to December 2000. Yes, it is written by Ron Mars.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Penciled by Rick Leonardi.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because we got a couple crossovers we could do maybe for 150, or we never even did. I know it's been a while since I read them, but I don't think you said you didn't read Earth 1 Green Lantern. There was 2 volumes of that.
No, yeah, I could. Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I have some ideas. We'll have to talk.
Yeah, like I said, I believe that's hold on. I gotta pull up the old schedule anyway. So yeah, let's see. I'm pretty sure that might be our last episode of the year, or if not, it's pretty close. Interrupt our blackest night. Yes, 150 will be not only will it be 150, it'll be the last episode of the year. So
A divisible by 50 episode. That's
Yes.
a big deal.
That's right. And again, then 50 episodes later, it'll be 200. So
It's even better. It's divisible by 100.
I know. So I'm just saying, whatever we don't get to, we can do something for 200 too.
Oh man, we only hit like what 153 or 154 the quantum zone.
Yeah. I mean, so
We're rapidly
by January of next year, we'll have hit where we were at with the quantum zone. Yeah.
wow, and
But
we will have
again, we only did one issue an episode there. Here, I mean,
yeah, there were only 60 issues to do plus all the various crossovers that we did. Yeah. But we've got a lot more Green Lantern stuff to get to.
Oh yeah. Especially once New 52 starts all those series and
oh yeah. Well, and it's there's a I don't know if you there's like a new enthusiasm in Green Lantern during this period. You know, it's like, you know, it's not just readers are happy to have it back and the creators are happy for it to be back, but the characters in universe are like, oh, it's awesome, we've got Green Lanterns again, that's cool. You know.
Well, again too, yeah, you got all the ones we had at the time, all the Earth Green Lanterns back, you have all the alien Green Lanterns back. You know, it's pretty much, it's just, you don't want to do, you know, you want to do something on Earth, fine. You want to do something in space, even better. You know, it's the possibilities really opened up again. I mean, again, I love Kyle Rayner, but it's like, you know, instead of one now, it's like
7,200 plus
especially
honor.
especially you can do like, you know, any of the known Green Lanterns. I mean, but yeah, there's 7,200 now. You want to make your own and come up with a whole original story? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. You've got probably 3,500 sectors that haven't even been mentioned. You know, pick one.
Yeah. Or and if some of them, if they were mentioned, probably only once, and their Lantern's probably dead by now. So
yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, lots of there's a new energy at this time in Green Lantern, and I think it's kind of infectious. You know, it's like, hey, this is cool. You know, Green Lanterns are cool, and I'm here for that. I'm totally here for that.
Oh yeah, and I think the numbers kind of show that, you know, reflect that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Anything else, William?
I think we're good, sir. Another good group of issues from Ron Mars, but we don't really expect anything else from Mr. Mars, do we?
Exactly. Yeah, no. Quality every time. Better deliver, and he does.
Yep.
All right. So you know where we're going next week, kids. Yes, we're gonna do the second half of Ion. So we're gonna do Ion 7 through 12, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna be back to that rule breaker, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern 14 through 17.
And that's the Wanted Hal Jordan storyline.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And then the week after that we'll do Green Lantern 18 through 20. So. So that's what I said. After Ion, we'll do 2 weeks of Hal's book. Then we'll do 2 weeks of Green Lantern Corps from 7 and 9, and then 10 through 13. And then it's an Industrial Corps War, baby. That's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6 weeks. We're 6 weeks from Industrial Corps War, kids.
And spoilers, he wins.
Well, yeah, they're not going to call. History is written by the victors, Will. You think they would have called it Industrial Corps War if he would have lost?
Good point.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a month of Sinestro Corps War, buddy. 4 episodes.
Nice. Very nice. That was. I'm really looking forward to rereading that because I have not read it since it originally came out, but I remember just loving it, and I really hope that it holds up. But it was also a point which really kicked Green Lantern into, you know, like hyperdrive at that point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. The week after Sinestro Corps War, we're going to do some of the Brave and the Bold issues from that point. I I'm trying to remember if it was just Hal or anyone else, but it's like Green Lantern appearances. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a few issues of that. So
Yeah, and then I think, let's see, 20s. It won't be long until we do Secret Origin, which I'm really, really looking forward to rereading.
yeah,
I've read some about it, some analysis of it, and I'm really looking forward to rereading that one.
yeah. It's been a while since I read that. I can't wait to read it. I still crack up because Lilith bought a trade of it, and it was around the time they put it out when the movie came out, and of course they put like Ryan Reynolds on the cover of it, and he had to keep an intro for it. It's just like, oh,
but it's good.
yeah. Oh yeah, the story.
Yeah. The man, can you believe it? That I think I've mentioned this before. That was a tough year for the Allred household. Me and the boys are Green Lantern fans, and then that was the year they turned 16, and we went on their birthday because we're also gigantic Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter of Mars fans. So opening night happens to be on their birthday, so we go see that on their birthday, and well, and then more disappointment with Green Lantern later that year. I mean, it was a tough few months.
There's just certain years they aren't good for superhero movies. It's like that was that year. God, 1997 was Batman and Robin, Steel, and Spawn. I was like, oh,
okay.
almost killed superhero films until Blade brought them back.
Speaking of Superman, I believe they chose the new Superman and
Oh,
new Lois, right?
yes.
Or the new DC Universe movies.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar.
I wasn't either. In fact, I don't even remember their names at this point. But
I'm trying to look this up here. I'm finding all the other people who played Superman. David Corn Sweat, and Rachel Brosnahan, who I believe that Rachel Brosnahan, I never watched it, but is it what's that show? Marvelous Miss Maisel or something? That's who that is.
oh,
yeah,
okay, cool.
I never watched it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who that is. So, but I just see everywhere, like half the time on the internet now, it's like people are trying to like put up pictures and like saying this guy looks like a little like Henry Cavill. I'm like, well, they're looking for people who look like Superman,
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much every actor you've cast in in the last 100 years, they're dark hair, they're tall,
Pretty muscular, yeah. I mean,
exactly, yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, they've basically just been chasing your tail since Christopher Reeve. Now it's just like, oh, they look like Christopher Reeve, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, William?
That's it for me, sir.
All right, kids. So send us your thoughts. We'll finish off on next week. Email us, CapesandLunatics. Oh, and I'll give you the little rundown on the Night Terrors, because I believe it comes out next week.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, and of course, a link to the Patreon. Please subscribe, help us support this endeavor, and of course, you get your money's worth, because subscribe now, because this Friday night I'm going to be recording with Lilith. We're going to do Heroes Reborn Captain America as she starts drinking. So this is the one we've all been waiting for, kids. Thought the Avengers one was good. They ain't seen nothing yet. So get in on that now. Check out tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right. Mr. Will Allred, Master Core, Master of the Quantum Zone, Master of Podcasting and Kickstarter and comics, and the king of all media, Mr. Will Allred. Where can people get a hold of you?
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED. And if you'd like to check out the comics that I write, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com, which the hardcover is hopefully going to be going to the printer real soon, which was a successful Kickstarter. So yeah, you can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And Phil is not the only podcaster that I annoy on a weekly basis. I hang out with writer Kevin Joseph, the writer of Tart, every Friday night, and we talk to comic creators that have live Kickstarters or crowdfunding projects running. So trying to get more eyes on those projects and support indie comics. So check it out. It's called Explain Yourself, and it's every Friday night at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And finally, you obviously have good taste because you're here, watching us. That means you probably love Quasar almost as much as we love Quasar. If you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
He goes limp in my grip.
And of course.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Of course. Of course. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Next week, Ion 7 through 12. What's that mysterious figure?
Doesn't it end pretty close to the beginning of Sinestro Corps War?
I think so. Again, it's been a while since I read this. I haven't reread those issues yet. Oh, but then we'll have to wait and spend time with Hal Jordan for 2 weeks.
And then the Corps for two more weeks.
Of course, you love Hal Jordan.
It's all good.
Kids, come back next time. And remember, don't let mental patients steal your identity. Good night. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.